1970, we sure we did the forefront. Knowledge for selfish, for sure we did do the work. Auditorium to basement of all faculty of law. We did represent, stand tall anywhere we go. Work hard and we shine, commitment, dedication. Neurosurgery, comedy, music, Nollywood. SOTK, Dr. Call, MC Casino. We did represent, stand tall anywhere we go. Great UNIBEN, great UNIBEN, great UNIBEN, great UNIBEN.
Yeah.
Hello, viewers. Welcome to another episode of the UNIBEN Alumni Series. As you know, this is a show where we promote activities of the alumni of the University of Benin and also the institution, the University of Benin. We've had a lot of guests this year. We have had over 100 episodes. And I want to say a special thank you to all our guests, our subscribers, our viewers, our supporters. Thank you for always supporting the show. On today's episode, I have a good friend. We're classmates while we are at the University of Benin, a strong political figure in our class then, and he's still a political figure in the secular politics today. He is a former special advisor to Governor Benedict Ayade, the former governor of Cross River State. He is Honorable Paul Odey. Thank you, Honorable Paul, for joining us today.
Thank you, my able chairman, the class chairman,
Good,
the
good,
Duba,
good to
and
have you.
so many additions to your personality. I
Good.
appreciate you, and it's a privilege to uh, see myself on this platform and then anchor as one of the UNIBEN alumni. I appreciate it, sir.
Thank you so much, Honorable Paul. Uh, I've been wanting to ask, when I saw your profiles, your CV, I looked at your secondary education. It was in Cross River, and even your primary education. So I was wondering what made you to seek admission at the University of Benin, far away from. This is about 6 hours drive away from Calabar. You came down to Benin to study political science and public administration. What motivated that move?
By nature, I am very inquisitive, so I don't like dwelling within my surroundings. To shock you, I once did diploma in University of Maiduguri. It
Whoa,
was when
what way to call Northeast?
it was, it was when I was doing diploma in University of Maiduguri. Due to the harsh weather and all that, I said, it will be an adventure. Since I've been to the south, I am now in the cold north. It's good to go to a southwest. So I look around the southwest. I say, this great university, University of Benin, I would like to be there. I would like to be there. So I did all I can. I know that period. I traveled from Kaduna. I stayed
Okay.
around 44 barracks by government house. I have to travel to Benin from Kaduna for my post-UME exam. I didn't even know the student I stay with. See, I met someone around 44 barracks in Kaduna. I said, how can I get to University of Benin? Did he know anybody who I can just stay with and just do post-UME? He said, yeah, one of his brother staying there. He was an engineering student. Oh, a very good guy. One Mr. Lloyd. I went there. Behold, he accommodated me. Oh, he gave me all the hospitality I needed within my 2 days of doing post-UNE. So I say, this is a joining of ambition. If Nigeria were like this, they would have used me for one money ritual. Because the person I was going to meet, I didn't even know the person from anywhere. So that's how I did my
Oh,
post-UNE.
okay, okay.
And
Uh,
then at the end of, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask how what was your expectation like for the university? What were you expecting to see? And when you got in at the very first day, what did you see? And if did you see anything or did you feel anything? And you said, "Oh, I want to be here."
Wow. Uh, my expectation for University of Benin for so many long time, I've been following up University of Benin. I've known the university as a very great university. And if you look at the profiles of so many persons that graduated from University of Benin, oh, they have this foresight of doggedness. They have this resilience and all that. So when I did my post-UME and I went back to Kaduna, I said, oh, God, I just really need to return back to Benin. And by God's grace, I returned. And it was a success. So I saw the beauty of the university. I saw how the students who are already in school are moving around their activities and uh, having a hope that, oh, after here, they are going into the real world and then explore just like other alumni are doing. So that
Yeah.
was my zeal. That was my zeal.
Okay. I want to ask why political science? What sparked your interest in politics and public admin that made you to opt for that course?
All right. From my secondary school days, I have dreamed to become a leader. I have taken leadership role living as a senior prefect. And I know that within the secondary school, I know that we were gathering to start one small unionism and one look against principal. So I attended a very great school in Cross River State, Marino College of Kukuyala in Cross River State. It's a very great secondary school. So within my time, there was a student unionism riot and all that. So I was vetted on unionism and leadership. That was my quest and zeal to read political science and public administration. That's why when I came into the school, I was already positioned for these parliamentary activities.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said, any position for leadership, I'm already here to serve. So that was my zeal. And I said, oh, this thing I want to do theoretically, I want to see the practical aspect of it.
yeah.
I am doing
Which you did because in our 100 level days you were a member of the political science association, the parliament. Then I
it.
think when we went to our 200, you were in the social sciences in the
Yeah.
faculty. You
Yeah.
went from there, you moved higher to the student union government, and at one point you even aspired to be speaker, which
Yes.
we all knew the politics that went on during that time. If we accumulate all these experiences you gathered as a parliamentarian, both in the department, faculty, and SUG level, for you, which part do you think was most impactful for you? Which area, which section do you think was most impactful for you as a parliamentarian?
Yes. As a parliamentarian, as a student parliamentarian, the area that is most impactful is this implementation and the law making. While you are making the law, you see that the executive arm of the government implements those laws and creates a welfare for the students on campus. These are the most impactful aspects for me. So I say that, oh, in the practical aspect of lawmaking, we will say, oh, in the faculty, this is the amount we want to be paid as due every student. Oh, the executive, you can't take 3,000 naira. We want it 1,500. As we pass the law in the parliament, the executive implements. So I see it as a thing of joy, and it was impactful for me. And it gave me a further inspiration. Oh, let me go to SCG. Let me see what is happening in SCG. So that was very impactful. And then I see that an average student on campus and in faculty will see that, oh, they have reduced our dues. They have reduced our dues. So it's a very wonderful experience.
Yes, well, let's concentrate on the experiences.
Yeah.
You were quite an active student, both in class and in campus generally. We just talked about your political life. I know when it comes to friendship, when it comes to communal living, you were top, you were up there. I could remember the discussions we do have in class and all. For you, what can you single out as the most important attribute you took from the University of Benin?
Okay, the most important attribute for University of Benin is the camaraderie interlinking, the camaraderie interlinking, and even those who were not comrades,
Yeah.
you have the socialist interlinking, and even those that are not socialists, you have the religious interlinking. So those networks that was built in the course of going to University of Benin are most paramount, and they are the one who the connections are the one who even brought me to where I am today. Oh, I remember my good leader, Comrade Richie. So many nuns movement in the night and in the morning and in the afternoon, even leaving the class for movement was the platform I used to be here today. So unionism, connection, and all that are the real platform and the most unique thing that brought me to this stage today. So
No,
it's so interesting.
yes, you are linking your experiences in UNIBEN with what you do currently, with where you are today. Can you explain further how the background at the University of Benin actually equips you into secular politics, what you do today? How has University of Benin shaped you in
Yeah.
participating in secular politics today?
Okay. For University of Benin and the campus policy, you already know that it deals with awardship. As you are moving for awardship, you are meeting personalities in secular politics. So I remember very well when we went to Anambra State to meet the former governor Chief aspirant Tony Nwoye in Anambra State. We went to so many big names within Benin City, which I want you to remain anonymous for security reasons. So we link up. After linking up with secular politics, at that point in time, I linked up with my former APC party chairman, which I was privileged to become the media aide to him. So that's how I was. It brought me to secular politics, and within 2022 and then 2023, I was a special advisor to the governor. It's all a link from the campus politics into secular politics, and then up till today, we are still relevant in the politics even when we are far away from the main state that we come from, we still have an interlink that we do media politics. We go home, then our people still know that, oh, this is my polling unit. And then if they want to make any decision, they have to call me. and say, oh, leader, I want to make this decision. What do you think? So I'll say, do this, do that. So the
Mm.
campus politics gives me the doggedness, the resilience, the ability, and just the privilege to stage on it, and then at the end of the day, the confidence to easily meet people and then interact with people and then link up issues, and then at the end of the day, it becomes a very fruitful mission which you can realign and then have a better result.
Oh, okay. While responding to my previous question, you highlighted some key functions of a parliamentarian, what
Yeah,
you and your colleagues in the student union parliament did or promoted. You as a very experienced parliamentarian, all the way from the department to the faculty to the school level, you are in the parliament. I want us to talk about the current National Assembly, the 10th National Assembly. Some Nigerians have categorized or they've named the Akpabio-led National Assembly as rubber stamp. As an experienced parliamentarian, what's your take? What's your take on that tag on the Akpabio-led National Assembly? Do you actually think they are promoting the parliamentary system, the parliamentary duties, or you think most Nigerians are actually right by calling them rubber stamp?
yeah, I think it's a direct question. You already know that the work of a parliamentarian is to be a watchdog to the executive. So if a parliamentarian is no longer a watchdog to an executive arm of the government, it means that a lot of things will be compromised. So if a lot of things is compromised in government and there is no check and balances, Nigeria will be right to say that, oh, it's a rubber stamp system, which we have obviously seen. But if the Fabio-led parliament can leave a legacy behind, because the government is not even yet closed, so
Yeah.
they can sit up and then do the work of a good parliamentarian, do check and balances, ensure that, oh, the unnecessary issue from the executive arms of government are being regulated and checked, and then they become the voice of the people which they represent. So it makes them effective, impactful, and efficient. So if Nigeria says so with the way they are going, it means that, oh, they are not far from the truth.
Okay. Let's stay on parliament, our legislation. Also, there are a lot of Nigerians that have been clamoring that the back camera system we practice that is too expensive and it's not effective, it's not productive.
Yeah.
What's your take on that? Do you think a unicamera system where one of the houses should be scrapped while we just have one house, do you think that will bring more dividends of democracy and more checks and balances to the other arms of government?
Yes. First, I would say, oh, the unicameral legislative system will be a better one for us because the multiple or the duplication of representation from the state level, and then the duplication and replication of federal houses of representatives, which at the end of the day, so many resources is being assigned, and resources are also assigned to the senators. But behold, you go to those constituencies where those resources are being assigned, you don't see any meaningful development compared to what was assigned. So if we have a unicamera and see that how we can uniform a system of the parliament, making at least three persons, just the way the senator are, three persons into the Senate House, and then within a constituency that produces the Senate, or we can duplicate it to an extra two persons. That means that each of the states is going to produce nine senators or nine representatives into the federal parliament. So that will reduce the duplication of representation, and it will reduce the cost and the excessive borrowing from the federal government, which at the end of the day, the country debt is already running into trillions of dollars that the next generation will not be able to pay. So the unicameral legislative will be able to save us costs and at the same time save us the duplication of representation. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk about your time as special advisor to the governor. How was the experience like being appointed as special advisor to the former governor of Cross River State?
It's a privilege. I must commend our able excellency Professor Ben Ayade, a very digital man who gave majority of the youth in Cross River State the platform to come into governance. Before his emergence as a governor, the youth are more like the boys who are sent for errands, and then when it is a political toggery and all that, they are being used for. But when he came on board, he was able to bring some of us into his government, and he gave a free handshake and then a free platform for the youth to exercise their youthful energy. And it was a wonderful experience. The government brought on board so many robust things in the budget, and then gave us a platform to advise on the way forward, especially on industrialization, on expansion of government. And then at the end of the day, there was really achievement from that government. And if you talk of human capital development, it gave us the platform. So we really appreciate, and the experience is worthwhile. And by God's grace, we'll be using it and keep using it in the future.
Okay. What next for you politically? Are we seeing you stepping forward and vying for a position, or politically what's the plan?
Yeah, I have a dream, just like Martin Luther King said. I have a dream. So the dream is more on the periphery. So we are still trying to lay eggs, political eggs, and then see how we can act it. But it's still in the periphery. We hope that in no distant time, when we gather resources, that will be enough for us to come into secular politics in elective position. Who really voice it out. But for now, we are still able to key in and then support leaders who are leading, and then give them all the necessary support they will want from us. And by God's grace, the future will have a better place for us.
Definitely. Honorable Paul, lastly, let's go back to UNIBEN. If you look back, you've left the institution for, I think, about 12 years now.
Yeah.
12 years now. If you look back, what would you say is the most memorable event or moment that you can think of while you were a student of the University of Benin?
Wow. Why I would say this is the most remarkable moment of my life is getting the privilege to be certified from the great University of Benin. When I cited my certificate, and he's reading University of Benin. So I am so delighted. And another wonderful moment is having the privilege to represent the students, my course mates. They voted me. They didn't reserve, oh, you have gone one, allow another person to go. They saw the friendship in me, they saw the leadership in me, and they saw the will to do in me. So these are very, very remarkable moments for me. So that's why when I think about, oh, Kevin Kaka, oh, a great man. If I think about, oh, Comrade Richie, a great man. Oh, Comrade Tona, a great man, honorable Tobechukwu, and some
Amen.
of my great friends. I think about Governor Ahmed, which I contested that speakership with. Oh, when he see me after the speakership election, he hugged me. He said, "Follow, they come, let's go." So it's a very great moment for me being in University of Benin, and then the friendship we had, even when we were competing against each other in politics in the University of Benin, we didn't see it as a rivalry. We were together. At the end of the day, we go to June 12. The June 12 experience, have you forgotten?
Yeah, the blessed experience.
The June 12 experience,
Yeah.
the house that bakes great men, you forgot it. It's remarkable. So
Yeah.
wherever I go, when I reach the June 12 building, I will say, this is the house of the great leaders. He has made so many great leaders. And
Yeah.
we cannot forget that experience in a hurry.
Thank
We
you so
appreciate you.
much. Thank you so much, Honorable Paul Odey. It has been wonderful and quite interesting speaking with you. And you brought back a lot of memories. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
My Camel,
Thank you. I appreciate you for
I
joining.
appreciate you, sir.
Thank,
Keep doing what you are doing. We really appreciate you. God bless you, sir.
thank you. God bless you
Thank
too.
you, sir. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir. All
Uh,
right. Thank you.
I've been speaking with Honorable Paul Ode, former special advisor to Governor Benedict Ayande, former governor of Cross River State. Continue to subscribe to our channel. We'll bring you more exclusive interviews of UNIBEN alumni. Bye.